Years ago today, a duck boat sank on Table Rock Lake, killing 17 people. 31 people were on board when a severe wind storm sank the boat. 16 passengers, 9 of them from the same family, and 1 crew member drowned. Captain Kenneth Scott McKee and 2 supervisors, Curtis Lanham and Charles Baltzell, faced a total of 63 charges, including first-degree involuntary manslaughter and first-degree endangering the welfare of a child. Last April, a judge threw out the charges against them, and the Missouri Attorney General refiled. Francis Watson will break down the various lawsuits that have been filed and dismissed in the news tonight.